what it's like being in your mid-20s. Let me tell you. What's up? I wanted to share some thoughts as it is almost Scorpio season, which means that I am almost 26, which means that my 25th year is almost coming to an end. Maybe some of you guys will relate, or maybe this will just be funny for me to watch in the future. Being 25 has definitely been the hardest year ever. It's like, first of all, when did this happen? Like, when did I turn 25? It feels like I'm still 21. It feels like it was my 21st birthday, not too long ago. Your body changes, your mind changes, your beliefs change. So many things take place in your life at once. Sometimes it's a lot to handle or to learn how to navigate through. The main thing, and of course I can only speak for myself and from my experiences, is that your mid-20s, it feels like your life should be together, yet it's when you're getting your life together. So it's weird. It's a weird time to be alive. You can choose to be a young mom, or maybe it just happens, or you choose to get married young, or you choose to dedicate your 20s to the beginning of your career, or travel the world. There's just so many decisions that you can take that are going to affect your future and like the rest of your 20s and your 30s and the rest of your life. And at the same time, it feels like your mid-20s is a time where a lot of your childhood traumas really come to surface, and you start to realize that as you begin to create your own life, maybe a little further away from your parents, maybe you move out of your parents, whatever the case, you start to realize that some of the beliefs or your habits or your actions don't really feel aligned to you, and some of these just have to do with your childhood, and some of those things come to surface. And also the relationship between your parents is really interesting. Something that I learned this year from someone is that if you look at your parents just as people, so let's say your mom, you just look at her as a person, as an individual, not labeling them as your mom, then that allows you to get to know your mom as the woman she is, and to become aware of the energy of entitlement. And that's pretty deep. Some people will understand it, but a lot of people will not, and that's okay. But that really changed my life. It impacted me a lot because I actually implemented it into my life, and I started to look at my mom as the woman that she is, rather than expecting her to do things for me because she's my mom. If I can go back and mentor my younger self with the experiences that I've learned today, I would probably say something like take life a little more serious and realize that all of the actions that you take, the decisions that you make now are going to have an effect in your future, and there's no way out of this game of life. So it's better to learn how to be responsible for your actions early on. The deepest things you'll be faced with in life, oftentimes you're going to have to face alone, just you and God. Have a relationship with God. That's it. That's really what I would say. Have a relationship with God, because from that stems a lot of learning about yourself and having that guidance in life, having a greater connection. It's really important to do that work to heal from the things that may not feel like they're your responsibility, but they are your responsibility. Some of the things that may take place in your teens or your early 20s, it may not make any sense in your life now, but everything always comes full circle. And that's why, let's say you are a parent in your early 20s, if you have not yet healed from your childhood traumas, then that gets passed down to your children, and it's just this endless cycle until the cycle comes to an end. And that can be applied to really anything in life, maybe in a financial way or any other aspect in your life that feels like an endless cycle that feels uncomfortable. It's because it probably needs some work. Another major lesson I've learned is the importance of taking care of self, the embodiment of true wealth, because from that stems everything. Like, your health is so important, and the earlier you figure that out, like truly figure that out and embody it, your life is a lot more enjoyable, because then later on, if you get sick, then you try to treat the problem instead of just taking care of yourself so that you're healthy, right? Because when you're healthy, then your relationships are healthy, then your workspace is healthy, your environment, your life in general. So that's been a major lesson, like learning that the true wealth and richness of this life is to take care of yourself and to truly embody that. All in all, your 20s is like, damn, this is a lot of responsibility. Nobody told me about that, I was not prepared for. But you know, that's life. I think it's a time of exploration, of focus, of minding your own business. All of life is full of lessons, you know? It's not just like your 25th year has the most lessons. Like, everyone is obviously going to experience something else on this earth realm. So yeah, those are my thoughts and major lessons of my mid-20s, especially my 25th year. I know it may not seem like it's a lot, like I shared a lot, but honestly, it is. I said some pretty deep stuff there, especially the parent thing, that if you understand what I'm saying, or maybe you put some thought into it or meditated on it, it's going to make sense to you. But if you apply that to your life, everything is just like, wow. Just gives you a different lens of life. Even the whole, you know, your health is wealth, because you may know that, but it's not until you embody that that it makes sense. Your 20s may not be as fun as you think, but you're not alone, and you still have a lot of life to live. And this is me speaking to my future self as well. I always tell myself that there's a lot of life to live, so look forward to it. I am grateful to have life, to be out here on earth, the sun shining on my gingy head. Feels really warm. And yeah, do everything with love and intention. God bless.